Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hello again. So this is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, farmhouse and rustic, wreaths, and also seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. Also leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think, and also give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and Facebook. Today is all about Christmas ornaments, and our hosts are Crafty Hints, co-hosts are Rustic and Lace DIY, and 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. And there's going to be a wonderful playlist. All the links will be down below. More about that in a minute, but first, DIY number 1. So the first DIY, I'm going to take crimson Waverly chalk paint, some of this brushed metal paint, Mod Podge, some ribbon, some fabric that I'm going to cut into strips. Also, I'm going to use one of these rings from the Dollar Tree, wood rings, some picks from Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby. I'm also going to use a rub-on transfer, that little snowflake that looks a little rusted, and then some scrapbook paper and one of these wooden ornaments, and also this tile from Dollar Tree. So I had a viewer ask me if I could please show them how I do the rag bows and how I do my fabric. So all I do is I take the fabric, I cut a little slit, and then I just rip it. And it goes straight down. That's all it is. And then I just cut my ribbon to size, however long I want it to go, however many loops I want. And I'll show you how I make it in a minute. But first, I'm going to trace out this ornament on the back of the tile. And then I'm going to cut that out. And then the center of the tile, I'm going to cut out as well with my little X-Acto knife here. I did one of these before with a different kind of ornament, and I decided to do another one because I really love the way it turned out. So next, I'm just going to take the crimson Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to paint the whole thing with that color. And then once I get that all nice and covered in the red, then I'm going to take the ring and I'm going to brush that with the, paint that with the brushed metal. It's like called gold brushed metal, I believe. It's not real gold, it's just, it looks like a metal. And then I'm just going to do a dry brush over the ornament, the tile, because that brings out all those little grooves that are on it, and I love the way that looks. Then I'm going to take the scrapbook paper and I'm going to glue it down to the back of my tile, and just so that you could see the notes, the musical notes on the outside there. And then I did go on the outside of the ornament as well, just in case, so that you don't see any of the wood and it all blends in together. Then I just took a bunch of hot glue and glued that right down to the wooden piece. Then once all that was done, I'm going to take the rub-on transfers and I'm going to use this cardinal that was on here. I absolutely love cardinals, so I'm going to use that, and then this little branch. Now these rub-on transfers I've had for a long time. They were from 49 Market when I used to scrapbook. Don't know if they still have them because it's an old thing, but there are tons of transfers that you can purchase on Amazon that are just as nice as these. So yeah, so you could pick whatever transfers you want. And then I just used my little tool there to rub them on. And then I had this little Merry Christmas, and I used that and rubbed that on. And that's how it looks. I think it came out so cute. And then I took these little holly leaves, and I just stuck those on each side as well. I just felt like there was something missing, so I just put a little bit more. Now, this is what I do when I make my raggy bows. Now I'm going to take those strips of fabric, and I'm just going to keep looping them back and forth in my bow dabra, okay? You can make as many loops as you want, depending on how long your, rag. There is no perfection to this. It's supposed to look, not like perfection. It's not supposed to look like a perfect bow. It's a raggy bow, and I absolutely love how this turns out. I love making these all the time, but I've had a lot of comments about it, so I wanted to just walk you guys through it from start to finish, so you guys can see exactly what I do. Now you could put ribbon in here as well. I do use like lace ribbon or ribbon that doesn't have wire in it. Those are the best ones because then they just kind of flop and it looks better that way. And then I just keep going. Now, this gold ribbon I used did have wire in it, but it was so small, and I put it in the, front of my bow, like on the top, then it made it okay to do that. So just so you guys know. And then I use a zip tie this time to tie it, but you can use string, whatever you have. And then I just take it and mess around with it, till I get it the way I want it. And then I just trim off all those tails so that they're even on both sides. Really simple. And then I'm just going to stick some glue on the back of it and stick it right down in the center there of my cute little ornament. And then I stuck that little rustic snowflake. Those are in my Amazon shop. So if you want to get some of those, they're in there. And then I took some of these leaves off of these picks, and I just used whatever I wanted. And I had these little gold leaves on one, so I thought this was really nice. And these picks came from Hobby Lobby and the Dollar Tree. And then I did the same thing on the other side. And then I took some of these, they were gold, so that's what I really liked about the pick. And then I took some of those little berries off too in the little leaf and stuck that in there on both sides as well. And these picks were not expensive. Even if they are at Hobby Lobby, you guys, go get them. They're 50% off. Then I stuck a little berry underneath there, underneath my bow. And then they had this little squiggly, like, gold thing on one of the picks. And I took that and stuck that underneath there, too. And then I'm going to take the gold ring, and I am just going to glue that to the back of the ornament. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys like it. I really love this one. I think it turned out great. Let me know which one you like the best in the comments. So yes, today is all about Christmas ornaments, so that is what we're doing. These are our hosts and co-hosts, as I mentioned earlier. There will also be a playlist down below. Go click those links and check everyone out. They are awesome, talented people, so go check them out. Now, DIY number 2. So now this DIY, I'm going to take this little ornament that I got at, I believe it was Hobby Lobby, and that sled. You guys know about those at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take some red chalk paint again, and I'm going to paint the sled all in red. Then once that's painted, I'm going to take the white chalk paint, and I'm just going to go with my stencil brush, go around the edges, make it look a little snowy, and then I'm just going to do like a really light dry brush all over the whole thing. Then once I get that all done, we are going to place the little ornament in the center. This one was really, really easy. And I'm trying to give you guys ideas what to do with these sleds because there's so many of them out there. I know every Dollar Tree has them. And I had like a bunch of them that I've had. And I'm like, let me make some ornaments with these. So that's what I'm doing here. So I hope this helps you guys, figure it out. And come up with your own ideas too. So then I took some of this snow text. I absolutely love this stuff. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love using this in the winter time for my projects and Christmas. And I'm just gonna take my little paintbrush, dip it inside the snow text, get a bunch on there, and then just kind of rub it off on whatever you're using, whatever surface you're using. And I just snuck it kind of like on the edges of the sled to make it look a little snowy. Then I'm going to take this ornament, and it's flat on the other side, so that's what makes this perfect. And then I just stuck it down in the middle of my sled. And then I wanted these leaves to be a little snowy too, so I put some snow on them as well. And this I just kind of rubbed on just to make them look a little snowy. And I like the way that looked a lot better than just the green because it's on a sled, so you want the greenery to look a little snowy. I also put some on top of those little white berries as well. If you don't have snow text, you can use chalk paint and do the same thing. So there it is, you guys. Really, really simple that one is. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So now DIY number 3. I am going to take this mop from the Dollar Tree, some of this jute twine with some gold berries on it, some more of that brushed metal paint, one of these gold little bulbs that you could get at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put that brushed metal on the gold. I wanted the bulb not to be so bright gold. And then I'm going to take some of the mop, and I cut some of the strands off, and now I'm going to separate the strands again. So you get like 3 strands in each little one that you cut out of the mop. And then I'm going to take it in sections, and I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to take some of this Distress Oxide stamping stamp, and I'm just going to keep making it look dirty. We're making an angel and I wanted it to look rustic. So I'm giving it that rustic look by doing this. So the strands were white and I didn't want it to be white, but you can do that if you want to, if that's what you want. You know, you could do white and then like maybe have one of the pink bulbs. That would be really pretty with some pink, greenery and stuff. But I decided to do mine rustic. So then I took some twine and I just took all my strands and I tied them in the center with my twine in a knot and then cut the excess off. And then I'm going to take another piece of twine and I'm just going to go down maybe about a half an inch from the top and I'm going to make another knot. And then I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm going to take some of this burlap ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree and I am just going to make a little loop and then glue it down. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot in the center with some jute twine. And that's going to be our little angel wings. And I'm going to glue that to the back of my angel. But first I glue the bulb to the top and that's going to be our little angel head. And I just made sure it was secure and then I glued my little angel wings to the back of my angel. And then I decided that I didn't like nothing like on the top part there where the head is. So in the bulb, so I took some jute twine, some thicker jute twine, and I just did that around the top part of it, just so it looks more, done. And then I took some of these they're gold, but snowy kind of gold. I got them from Dollar Tree, and I just stuck those in the wings as well, because I wanted my wings to really stand out. So I stuck these little sprigs in there and I think they're really pretty because it looks really pretty like that. And then I took one of these from I think Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree, I can't remember, and I just cut it off and used that for the bottom portion there where her little waist would be. And then I took this jute, well it's kind of like a wire berries from the Dollar Tree and I made a little loop for the halo and then I stuck that to the back and then a little hanger. Really easy, you guys, so simple. I think it turned out so pretty. I absolutely love her. So now DIY number 4. So this DIY, I'm going to take some white chalk paint, some black acrylic paint, some orange, a little Sharpie, and this little mini board that I got from Hobby Lobby, a popsicle stick, some greenery, and then one of these rustic little snowflakes again. So I'm going to take my popsicle stick and I'm going to draw a line because this is going to be a little snowman. So I'm going to take the white chalk paint and I'm going to go on the bottom portion there where I made the line. And the top portion, of course, will be the hat. And I'm just going to do that all with white chalk paint, front and back and sides. And then I'm going to take some of the black acrylic paint and I'm going to do the top portion on the sides and in the back as well for the snowman's hat. And then, of course, I'm going to also paint the popsicle stick in black as well. And then I'm going to take another popsicle stick and I'm going to cut out a little nose for my snowman. So what I did is I just used my really good scissors and I cut a little piece off and then I painted it with the orange paint. And I just kind of cut it in an angle so it looks like a carrot. And then I stuck down my little popsicle stick for my brim of my hat. And now I'm just going to free draw his eyes and his mouth. And you can always, get a stencil and do this, or they even have transfers now that you could do them. So, but I did it freehand. I'm just used to making them all the time, so I've gotten really comfortable with it. And then I just colored in my eyes with the black Sharpie marker, and then I did the mouth. And then I'm going to glue down my little nose. And then I'm not done with the eyes. I always take the back of my paintbrush, the other side, I dip it in some white, and I make my little eyeballs in the inside. And then I always put a little line too, and I gave him some eyebrows. And then I'm going to take some of this fabric that I cut into a strip, and I'm going to give him a little scarf on the bottom and then cut it at an angle on each end. And then I'm going to take that little rustic snowflake. I'm also going to glue the back so it stays on. And then I'm going to take that little rustic snowflake and stick that right in the front. I love these little snowflakes. And then on the brim of his hat, I wanted to make it a little decorative. So I'm going to take these little leaves off of this pick. Just a couple leaves. I think I did like 3. And then I'm just going to stick those down, glue those down at the top of his little hat. And then I'm also going to take some of the berries and I'm going to glue those down as well. And this little guy came out so cute. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, these little cutting boards, and you could do so many things with them, and I absolutely love them. Every year I pick some up for the next year and the next year because I always like making little snowmen out of them, or even scarecrows in fall. And then I just put the little berries on. And then next, isn't he cute? I love him. Look how cute he is. But then, you know me, I gotta go extra, so I put some of that snow text on the brim of his hat just to give him a little extra something, and on the berries and on the leaves because I want him to look snowy because he is a snowman. And he came out absolutely adorable. I absolutely love him. My kids fell in love with him. I love making snowmen. It's like my favorite thing to make. And there he is, you guys. So that's it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to go check everyone out. All those links are down below. And don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you part of my channel. And as always, I want to thank you. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.